hey, this is Michał Kwiatkowski and this is race. We rewind. Jesus Christ, rewind. I rewind. Being in the breakaways many times, but on that particular day, I was pretty smart and wise, and I could feel the moment where actually I should jump across. So I didn't kind of spend a penny to be there, comparing to the other stages when actually after, you know, half an hour, 1 hour, sometimes 2 hours of fight, you landing kind of, you ending up being in the breakaway, but you spend so much energy that sometimes you just don't have energy anymore to fight for the stage win, which is pity, but that's how the cycling, you know, works on the beginning. So yeah, that was great that I could actually arrive there with kind of fresh and being ready to roll, you know, full of energy. I thought, yeah, if I don't want to be in the peloton now chasing our group, that would be my kind of thoughts. But I never really thought we gonna extend the lead just before the climb. So basically the gap was always between one or 1.5 minutes. So the chances of, you know, winning the stage with that gap was close to zero. You know, like with riders like Pogačar or the other GC contenders, they could, you know, easily close that in a few kilometers up the climb. But then all of a sudden, you know, the peloton snapped, and just before the ultimate, the only descent of the day, Matej Mohoric was the time gap, and he said 4 minutes. I said, oh wow, now I have to actually get my, you know, head around, like this is actually, yeah, you know, good gap to give it a try. And I start to believe that we're gonna hurt the peloton for sure on the final climb, because closing 4 minutes on the 45 minutes climb won't be easy. But I knew the climb from 2020, and I knew that it's demanding, you know, just a pacing kind of strategy and thinking about the final, the hard moments. And when they launch it on the bottom, I said, where are they going? It's if they continue like that, yeah, chapeau. But I didn't see much of the, you know, the reason why would you do that. And yeah, that helped me a lot, that over-motivated teammate, let's say, that helped me pacing myself. They went into the red on the first, you know, 5 kilometers, and when I still continue to, you know, doing my pace, you know, I just kind of met them on the road and left them where they were. But it was kind of funny, you know, because I could focus on my own effort and not really thinking about a teammate and kind of thinking what we should do together. That was definitely the climb that I should be there in my own zone. The radio communication on Bastille Day, it's much worse than you would expect. So basically, when on the days when there's plenty of crowd, you know, on the climbs and they're screaming, you don't hear much. And that would actually happen. That you know, we start the climb, and all of a sudden I stop kind of hearing, you know, the yeses on the radio. So I was kind of left there on my own, with the fans, of course, screaming. But you know, I could only trust the, you know, the guy on the motorbike who was showing us the time gap to the peloton. And but still, even with that, I remember speaking with Steve and Yogi afterwards, that they were actually shouting on the radio the entire climb. But I said, sorry guys, but I couldn't hear anything. With so much people, you don't get much information. And but that actually, I think on the end of the day, helped me, because, you know, the time gap was big enough that maybe if I would hear that, I could maybe relax in some moment, that, you know. But I had always sensation on the climb that they are just behind me, you know, especially if you know the, you know, Pogačar or Jonas' accelerations that you know that sometimes a minute is nothing. It's just like few pedal strokes and they are there. So I never really stopped pedaling until the finish line, because I never trust the time gap, and I didn't actually know what it means to have a 1 minute or 2 minutes advantage of that climb. A few comments when they were saying that when I realized I'm gonna win the stage, and they're saying I'm smiling. I wasn't smiling. It was my, like, you know, suffering face kind of, you know, that, and that's funny, because I believe that I had to really push until the final, you know, the finish line. I didn't want to focus on the time gap. I just knew that, you know, Pogačar and Jonas and those guys, I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know how hard they were going and they were playing with me. I just really want to win the stage. I didn't want to make a mistake. This is cycling, and everything can go wrong in any second. So I would really focus on deliver that victory. You know, it makes you straight away so much emotional. You know, it is like entire kind of period of preparation when you starting with, you know, December camp or even earlier, that you thinking about the main goals of the season. And you know, I didn't have the easiest spring, and there was plenty of things going on, and you know, that victory, it was kind of, you know, a big relief that, you know, that the work that I'm putting on, is actually worth it, to, you know, waiting and working hard for such a days, and you know, the sacrifices that my family does, and myself and the team and everyone, it's just like, yeah, full. That was, plenty of things was going through my mind, and it's hard to describe really.